I have a question that I want to ask you about parenting. So obviously we're half your age. It's going to be a minute until I have kids, but I really respect the way you think. So I want to ask this while I have you. It's like, what high leverage decisions have you made with your kids that have resulted in, really positive things? One thing that am reminded of is when you were talking to Danny Miranda, our friend, and you were saying, when you're pushing them on the swing, you push them with two hands. You're not a one-handed parent. And that heuristic stands out to me, and I'll probably remember that for a long time when I'm
Yeah.
with my kids in the future. So, do you have
hmm
anything else like that that you
Mm,
have stood on that has served you well with your children?
I do. And it's not even just my children, it's with everyone. And it's this beautiful definition of love. I might have said it on Danny's podcast from a meditation teacher by the name of Tara Brock. And she says, love is the fullness of presence. And so I am with you. You have 110% of my presence. There's not a single window open. I'm not thinking about anything else. I am with the two of you right now. I am giving you love. That is a definition. That is my definition of love. And so when I'm with my kids, the ultimate test, and it's similar to the one and two-handed parenting. Am I giving you the gift of my fullness in presence? That doesn't mean standing there. That doesn't even mean not having your phone on you. That means that all of my thoughts and energy are directed towards you with love. I don't adhere to that standard because it's damn hard, right? When your mind's racing a mile a minute, you got tweets to send to queue up when you get home, and you have ideas for YouTube videos and blah blah blah. But it's aspirational. Like when I am with you is my full presence with you. Because think about it, in this distracted age, right? And this is where again, a lot of the things we were talking about coaching, like you could be really nervous. I don't know, let's say, no disrespect to your podcast. Let's say you were James Clear interviewing me and I was at the swings with my daughters right before. Be like, oh man, this is my chance to be on James's podcast. Like I could get all these new followers. And if I got all these new followers and this and this and this and this and this, I could have no phone in my hand. I did not
Mm-hmm.
give my kids my love, the fullness of my presence, because something about the James Clear interview was making me so nervous, which gets back to the coaching question. Well, what is it? Is it validation? Is it scarcity? Like, this is the only time you'll ever get to talk to James Clear. Don't fuck it up. Right? See how scarcity can really screw with you? Whereas it's just like, yo, if I
But
just show up to James and be myself, things will work out.
my argument there, or not argument, I use that word too much, would be like, what about, isn't a growth mindset though? Like you're nervous because there's so much opportunity to be had there. So is there another side to the coin?
Absolutely. But if you if you're is it a growth from a place of fear, right? Like I
Mm-hmm.
will I will not have this opportunity again, or I can't fuck this up. Or is it growth from, right, follow the fun? Could this be easy, where it's just like I just stand in my truth, right? And it doesn't mean be lazy. Like I could sit down and spend an hour, if that were the case, really hashing out my talking points, going through, anticipating. That's totally cool. I'm just saying, if I'm on the swing with my kid, be on the swing with your kid.
Mm-hmm.
If you're preparing for James, prepare for James, but don't merge them, because this goes back to your original question of parenting. Is like, James is an extreme example, but you have that version of James 10 times a day in your life. And so if you have that 10 times a day of your life in different degrees, then you have 10 opportunities each day to not show up for your kids with full presence. and you compound that over 10 years, who knows what happens to your relationship.